Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. From the lower Mississippi into the Ohio Valley, widespread moderate to major river flooding continues and will continue through at least late week. Cold temperatures near or below freezing this morning will be felt across areas that were impacted by the recent multi-day storms. Dry conditions and gusty winds will contribute to critical fire weather today over parts of the plains. Closer to home, temperatures are going to continue to warm through the weekend. Hottest temperatures on Friday through Sunday. Very dry conditions, plenty of sunshine, and 0% chance for any precipitation through the weekend. Winds are going to remain generally light through the week, becoming breezy to marginally windy by the weekend. Tree pollen remains moderate while dust and dander remain high, so you can expect high impact to your sinuses and pulmonary ailments. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control. Roadblock information for Wednesday, April 9th. Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
37-year-old Jack Christensen of Alamogordo was arrested on Thursday, April 3rd for having a firearm, methamphetamine, fentanyl, and other drugs. Christensen was arrested for 2 warrants for trafficking a controlled substance and possession of a controlled substance. He was additionally charged with 2 other counts of trafficking a controlled substance. Alamogordo police officers and White Mountain Drug Task Force agents obtained a search warrant, and the resulting search found 74 grams of methamphetamine, 263 fentanyl pills, 15 Suboxone strips, a firearm, and drug paraphernalia. Christensen was booked into the Otero County Detention Center awaiting his court appearances. The Alamogordo City Commission had their regular meeting last night. It was Purple Day to respect the military kids. I'm guessing Commissioner Warren missed that memo. Stella Real, the city planner, spoke on behalf of property owner Amber Lee Hartman as she was requesting to be granted a variance to decrease the parking requirement per ordinance from 103 parking spaces to 47 at the property located at 3200 North White Sands Boulevard. This way they could serve their patrons and employees of a new proposed business.
What they're going to do is they're going to demolish Pepper's Grill and rebuild. The size of that building is going to be 5,591 square feet.
And the big question is,
what type of business will be going in there?
It is a plasma facility.
Plasma. Like to take plasma out of it?
Exactly.
Okay.
Like where you donate plasma?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it's going to be.
They do know this is a little town of 30,000, right? Anyway, it passed. And of course, the big topic of the night, the End of the Mountain God's proposal for the Rocket City Fun Center. Who is this that we have speaking?
My name is Frizzell Jr. I'm Chief Operating Officer for the Mescalero Apache Tribe's hospitality and gaming operations.
In summary, the Family Fun Center will be in operation and run by the Inn this past.
Well, the pleasure's all mine,
Yes,
and on
you.
behalf of the company and the tribe, thank you for inviting us up, and we really appreciate and anticipate future partnerships, and we can assure you that we can do an amazing job.
You can see the meeting in full on the City of Alamogordo YouTube channel. The Alamogordo Recreation Center presents the Kid-tastic Fun Fair happening Saturday, April 12th, 1 to 5 p.m. There's going to be a DJ, laser tag, pool, a video game tournament, snacks, and a whole lot more. Best of all, this is free. The Progressives of Otero County will have a protest this Saturday at 10th and White Sands starting at 10 a.m.
We're joining a nationwide protest that's sponsored by 5051. That's 50 protests, 50 states, one movement. You need to make your voice heard so politicians will know we're unhappy with the state of the U.S.
Shara Atkinson speaking with KALH. You're invited to the Alameda Park Zoo on Saturday, April 19th from 10 until 4 for the Earth Day celebration. Our Planet, Our Responsibility. Speaker from the Sierra Club is going to be Antoinette Reyes. We hope to have her on in the next couple of days to give us a little bit of insight as to what this is going to be. You're also invited to the Easter egg hunt happening on April 19th at 2:30. That's at the La Luz Agri Market from 1 until 4, 7298 Highway 5470. If you find the golden eggs, you have a chance to win vendor-donated prizes. And that's Saturday the 19th, not this Saturday, the following. Pecos Cyber Academy High School is accepting applications for the 2025-26 school year. This is a fully online public charter school free to any student in the state of New Mexico. For more information, contact Principal June Bowles at 575-415-8350 or check out the website pecosca.us. In March 2025, White Sands National Park visitation was down a little bit, 91,656 people, which is a 13% decrease from March 2024. Year-to-date visitation is down as well, 175,611, which is a 5% decrease from year-to-date March 2024. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
From basic to advanced computer repairs, it's Galactic Geeks PC Repair.com. Local business owned and operated by Greg Gutierrez. Available for on-site work from 9 to 6 daily. Installations, upgrades, even virus repair. For information, email Greg at GalacticGeeksPCRepair.com. Google IT support, professionally certified.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
A New Mexico State police officer was taken into custody after a theft investigation in Las Cruces. State police said a theft occurred in March at the New Mexico Army National Guard North Armory. Agents learned that State Police Officer Santiago Pacheco and another National Guard soldier were there during sensitive item inventory back in February and March. The two have been accused of taking 3 pairs of night vision goggles. Pacheco was arrested yesterday and charged with larceny and conspiracy to commit larceny. He's been booked into the Donna Ana County Detention Center and placed on administrative leave. A suspect is in custody in Santa Fe after leading police and deputies on a chase through the city in a U-Haul truck yesterday morning. A call came in from a concerned citizen after they heard someone in the back of a U-Haul truck calling for help. Law enforcement officials say Santa Fe County Sheriff's deputies located the vehicle. That's when the vehicle fled. They attempted to stop it. They say the driver began driving recklessly and attempted to go head-to-head with a Santa Fe police cruiser and also tried to strike a Santa Fe County Sheriff's deputy. Police say the incident finally came to an end and the driver was apprehended. Police found at least 2 people trapped in the back of that vehicle. No other details have been released. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham has authorized the deployment of New Mexico National Guard personnel to support the Albuquerque Police Department.
They may not do policing. The best thing they can do is the behind-the-scenes work.
The move announced yesterday comes due to ongoing public safety challenges in Albuquerque. The Republican Party of New Mexico Chairwoman Amy Barella released a statement which places the blame directly onto Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller. The statement reads, Mayor Keller has never taken crime seriously in his city. After 2 terms, Albuquerque remains the most dangerous city in New Mexico and ranks among the most dangerous in the nation. The governor, along with city leaders, insists the National Guard will not be there acting as police officers, but they could be there for a while. The National Guard's main role is to support Albuquerque police officers so that officers can be out on the streets fighting crime. Albuquerque Police Chief Harold Medina spoke to KOB.
Our officers spend a lot of time on scenes that they don't need to. We have officers guarding violent crime scenes for up to 6, 8, 12 hours. We have officers guarding fatal traffic accidents, 6, 8, 12 hours. If I could start taking 6 hours off some of these on-scene affairs, it's going to make a huge difference.
According to the governor, between 60 and 70 National Guard members will be deployed in mid-May. The Juvenile Community Corrections Act, which was aimed to address the rising juvenile crime rates in the Land of Enchantment by establishing a grant fund for diversion, prevention, and intervention services. Well, it passed the State House of Representatives but failed in the Senate, which ironically occurred on the same day as the Young Park mass shooting. Donna Ana County District Attorney Fernando Macias highlighted the challenges faced in prosecuting young offenders. He spoke with KFOX.
As the district attorney, I'm having to prosecute young people.
The bill, which was introduced on February 4th, sought not only to allocate funds for diversion programs, but also to impose stricter punishments for juvenile delinquents.
Homicides, there's plenty of stiff penalties on the books for homicides. But for all the other juvenile crimes, we need to treat them more serious.
Senator Antonio Maestas, who sponsored the bill. Despite that setback, Maestas plans to reintroduce the bill, hoping for a different outcome in the future. But here's something that really jumps out at me. Out of the 5 state senators that represent Donna Ana County, 3 voted no. 1 was absent, and 1 voted yes. Nearly 800,000 people receiving Medicaid live in the state of New Mexico, and a federal budget proposal, although Republicans said this is not the case, Democrats are suggesting it could possibly cause major cuts to the Medicaid program. Roz Brown has the story.
Senate Republicans released a budget resolution calling for $4 billion in spending cuts. Programs that could be trimmed include Medicaid, Medicare, and the Affordable Care Act. Monica Otero with New Mexico Voices for Children says Medicaid is a lifeline for many of the state's low-income parents, pregnant women, children, and people with disabilities.
Over 780,000 New Mexicans are currently enrolled in Medicaid. So federal cuts would greatly impact how things operate here in New Mexico.
She adds cuts in coverage threaten healthcare services, from the birth of a new child to cancer treatments. It's estimated that New Mexico's Medicaid spending in fiscal year 2022 was $8.1 billion, with the federal government paying 83% of the costs. New Mexico is one of 6 states where at least half of children living in small towns and rural areas are covered by Medicaid and/or the Children's Health Insurance Program known as CHIP, according to the Georgetown University Center for Children and Families. Otero cites her organization's own report that shows 24 rural counties have a third or more residents enrolled in Medicaid.
3 in 5 rural children are enrolled in Medicaid or CHIP, which is about 60%. Also, 1 in 10 rural seniors are enrolled in Medicaid here in New Mexico. So it would have a wide-reaching impact.
Last week, Senator Cory Booker, a New Jersey Democrat, spent a record 25 hours speaking on the Senate floor, in part about the consequences of cuts to Medicaid and Social Security that he fears the Trump administration's proposed budget will require. Some of his time was spent reading letters from constituents who described how these programs help family members living with disabilities. I'm Roz Brown reporting.
The New Mexico Department of Health has announced that measles has spread to a 3rd county in New Mexico. An unvaccinated child in Chaves County has now been diagnosed with measles. That brings the total number of cases to 56. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is set to visit New Mexico this week. Democrat Party of New Mexico Chair Jessica Velasquez is going to hold a virtual press conference responding to Kennedy's visit. Sports and weather are coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
They are role models and educators. Their work requires a great deal of time and energy for very little pay. Who are these unsung heroes?
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
The simple truth about education-based athletics in New Mexico is this. Without a committed team of coaches and administrators, they just wouldn't be possible. School sports, they bring out the best in all of us. This message presented by the New Mexico Activities Association and the New Mexico Athletic Directors Association.
There are 12 games for New Mexico softball today, including Tularosa at Hats. Wow. Go, Lady Cats! And 9 games for New Mexico baseball today, including Tularosa heads to Socorro. Wow. Go Wildcats! Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for sunny skies, winds gusting up to 11 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, sunny tomorrow. High today of 85, low tonight of 55, high tomorrow 90 degrees. In Cloudcroft, sunny skies today, winds gusting up to 21 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting up to 20. Sunny tomorrow, winds gusting as high as 21. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 65, low tonight of 42, high tomorrow 67 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting KALHradio.org. Also check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.